Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video by That Pixel Girl. I am That Pixel Girl Angie, your host as always, and today, finally, you guys, when I tell you this video has been a straight up bish to manage to record, I am not lying, because I did about 2 takes or 3 takes, I'm not even sure anymore, last night, and for some reason they were not recorded. I'd been talking, both of them were over a half hour long or something like that, and they were not, like, I pressed, because I have specific hotkeys on the keyboard. I think I've explained this before. I chose ones that are not used in any gameplay, specifically keys that are from the German alphabet, like letters from the German alphabet, because my laptop is from Germany, and they are separate letters on the keyboard. They're like extra letters, and so I've chosen those as my hotkeys for my recording software, and I'm fairly sure that I clicked the right buttons, right? And so I was confused as to how it wasn't recording. However, I now came to a realization after a slight investigation before attempting this again. I tried twice. Both times there was a recording in my recordings folder, so here's to hoping that this time there will be one as well. This video, aside from being a pain in the butt to record, other than that, is on Honkai Star Rail. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this game. If not, it's basically you wake up with a core inside of your character, like you're called, I believe the term was the Forgotten or something of the sort, but you become a traveler on the Star Rail Express, meaning you join a bunch of heroes, like a group of heroes who go around in the galaxies helping people. And now I've gotten myself in a little bit of a mess where I am uncovering some sort of secret by going back through my own memories. So if you have met Dr. Ratio, I have him as a character. It would be funny if I spawned like him in front of him, but I won't do that. And this is Asta, and we don't know who that guy is, but yeah. So the previous 2 videos were of me completing what was prior to this. Like, there was like a whole quest line, and then as I started this, I attempted the second recording, and unfortunately neither one was taken. But today, I promise you, it will be. So let's go on and see what we're supposed to do. I did pause it yesterday because I continued playing despite my
Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable.
Okay, so he's just chilling. Oh, a child?
Over there.
Okay.
As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go.
Okay, Arlen. Can we? Yes, we can. So the cool thing about this game is that you can just do this and just let them battle for you, like autopilot.
Roaring flood. Be intoxicated. Savor the vigor of it. Try harder. Defend the weak. Land. Forward.
So yeah, we're gonna see where this quest leads us. I also should most likely mention that I was away from the game for a good while, and I came back, and it gave me the entire artifact set, the best artifact set for I forget her name. Hold on. For her. The one that I've put my cursor on. And we've done it.
Are you okay? That's me. What's up? She wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh, about that
Don't worry. I think I figured something. So, which curio do you want to know about? That's all you got? Well, there's beauty in the abstract. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head? She's not wrong.
Huh?
What? Huh? Now that you mention it, let's call it a day. Wait for
Adler seems to have gotten the lead, but...
what?
So there is constantly...
Let's go over it from the start. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy. I need to remember the other person.
Okay, let's go with this one first, because I feel like this one's gonna also be needed.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something. If only there were some...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go out.
I can't recall the other person.
Sorry, so... Now we need to talk to Asta, apparently.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. How's it going? Did you find... I see. Is that what Hinkle and... think? At least that... See? My researchers are... just business as usual. After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant
Yeah, at the
scrutiny.
beginning of the game, this space station gets invaded pretty badly and you help
It's a
defend it.
long time to heal the wounds. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again. Yes, 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No, people were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place.
That is true.
I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion. Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something or... Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve it.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that the other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need
Yes,
to
we get that.
Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to...
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see
I think she mentioned if only there were some...
Anyway, keep up the good work.
Hey, what brings you here, Rick?
I'm not that wonderful.
It's all taken care of. As long as the account you asked for, it's legit and secure.
Sure. Can I...
Oh, you flatter me. Small scale. Best left under the table.
Again?
How many here too? Did my memory piece together irrelevant? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, what a wonderfully intelligent-looking young lady.
Oh, this is gonna be...
I'm not that wonderful.
Also, I'm sorry if I'm not that talkative in this video because I want you guys to be able to hear the conversation as well, so I don't want to end up talking on top of them, if that makes sense.
No need to be modest. At my age, you get though? I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star of the Department of Insight.
Oh, really?
Sure. Can I help you with something?
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my eyes are...
Again?
Oh, another smart...
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body. However, I've heard of such a species. Don't get me wrong. I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you. Yeah.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler.
Okay. This is getting...
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned.
I figured you'd come to me to... I'm sorry. The situation is very...
Just as I thought. I vaguely remember that Arlen said more.
I'm sorry. The situation... Well, I see. Could... I'll be honest with you. It's been tough. The surveillance didn't
So
capture
that's what this
anything
is all
regarding
about.
the researcher's disappearance. There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred. That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. When we made visits to the scenes, some of the witness testimony seemed to agree with this. The words they used were spontaneous combustion.
Have you asked the department? She's...
Huh?
She's not... That's right! They're called Heliobi. I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Now that... Let's call it a day.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That is most... I need to go over it from the start. Starting with the...
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces.
I think she mentioned... If only there were some hints.
Okay, let's see. Will we be able to do it?
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy life form. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it. That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask.
Okay, so now we are sorting out the memory that we barely pieced together. It says Herta, which is the young lady that was just talking to us, assigned our character to find a certain lost curio, which is a kind of energy life form related to the Genius Society, which Herta is coincidentally a part of because she's one of them geniuses. It seems that we may require Asta's help. Asta was the pink-haired girl that I showed you earlier, and we found her, but she didn't seem to know much about it either. Fortunately, Hinkle of the Department of Ecology and Emily of the Department of Insight are nearby, which is more or less a clue. Hinkle is troubled by the confidence crisis within the space station, and Asta must be under considerable pressure. I mean, yeah, she's dealing with a whole lot, like she's supervising a whole lot. We had a brief chat, and she speculated that what Herta was looking for might be Wubbaboos, but this conclusion may be inaccurate. In the end, Hinkle suggested that I look for Adler. Apparently, he is the person who knows the most about curios in the Department of Ecology. In addition to Hinkle from the Department of Ecology, We've also asked Emily from the Department of Insight for clues about the missing curio, and she's told us that apparently there are similar life forms in the Jianzhou Alliance. The issue, however, of the confidence crisis Hinkel mentioned concerned us a little. Asta and us, we chatted about the topic, and we unexpectedly learned that there had been a series of researcher disappearances on the space station recently. We ran into Arlan on our way to find Adler. He seemed to be looking for Adler too, so we decided to go with him. We saved Adler, which was the little kid, and he told us that the Hinkel of the Department of Ecologies and the Hilobius that Emily of the Department of Insight heard about were both energy life forms, which gave him some kind of revelation. Arlan was secretly investigating something after saving Adler. I tried to get to the bottom of things, but he seemed to be hiding something. I did some poking around, and sure enough, he was investigating the disappeared researchers that Asta mentioned before. With Adler's help, he discovered that every disappearance was accompanied by an instance of spontaneous human combustion. Herta has assigned us to investigate energy life forms similar to Hububus and Heliobi. The spontaneous human combustion occurring among the researchers is a thorny problem. However, Adler already seems to have a bold conjecture. His intuition is usually very accurate, and we can look forward to how his predictions play out. Okay. So that is the entirety of the memory now pieced together.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are.
Of course they are, Ratio.
So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. But as it stands, not a single soul can corroborate her story.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies, it's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief.
We can tell, sir. You'd be skeptic of me the second you lay eyes on me, but
It is
yeah.
also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us reach the truth.
That it can.
If she is truly innocent.
With ya!
Based
Boy!
on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles.
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio itself.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
I remember now.
That's enough pretending. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough pretending. Based on your story.
Bruh.
If you knew Herta, then you wouldn't find it weird.
Don't interrupt other people. Did no one teach... Based on your story,
You don't allow me to speak, sir.
the curio Herta's collection.
I doubt Herta is interested.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted...
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough pretending. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough pretending. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. And the assignment involves a
I'm gonna-
curio that...
I remember now.
That's enough pretend.
Oh,
and the
brother.
assignment involves...
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. We were talking about however, she did give a thorough description of the curio. I didn't make that up.
True. You wouldn't be able to make that up.
Why do I feel like I'm being looked down on?
Because you are, because he is a prick. I'm sorry for saying
The
this.
assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio.
I remember now.
That's enough pretending. Herta's collection. An
Sure. But you're the one saying the curio in question is ordinary.
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation, if I may add.
Herta's collection. An endless...
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio itself.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even... Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets.
I doubt Herta...
Based on... And the
Okay, so I
Herta's
need
collection.
to be on the last
An
sentence.
endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out...
I remember now.
That's enough pretending. Herta's collection. An endless trove of
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
There we go.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation. It holds some special meaning to Herta.
Yes. That seems logically sound. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Yes, to get more information about the curio. I didn't get a direct answer, but Asta recommended I seek out a researcher who could help.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
I remember now.
That's enough pretending. Then
Okay.
you said, however, she decided to hold her tongue until now?
Bruh, I feel like I'm in court with this.
I'm asking her, Lady Asta. Your testimony went out the window the second you started being secretive. However,
Jesus Christ, this man.
she decided to hold her tongue until...
Oh, Lord.
I remember now.
That's enough, however, she decided to hold...
I remember now.
Let me
That's
see which
enough
one it is, if
however,
any.
She decided to...
I remember now.
That's enough however.
Okay.
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
Asta isn't trying to hide anything. It's because of her position. Some things shouldn't be said in the open.
What could be more important than Herta's safety?
I agreed for Mr. Ratio to become involved in this. I should consider him one of us.
Yeah, you should, but he's being a prick, again.
You can...
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion.
True.
Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion and cause great internal strife.
Also true.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be linked to the space station, but would still share the IPs. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department.
Yes, I ran into Arlen when looking for Adler.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher. According to the Department of Ecology head, he knows more about curios than anyone else. He happened to be helping Arlen investigate the disappearances.
Well, did he enlighten you?
Adler seemed to have had an idea at the time, but he never contacted me again.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No connection? I disagree. There should be evidence linking them together. If I review a certain record...
Clearly, though, it bears no connection. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Doubt me all you like. I'm just an outsider who got unexpectedly
Exactly.
dragged
We
into
got
this mess.
unexpectedly dragged into this.
You and I are no different. We both stumbled into this, but you decided to assume the role of interrogator.
Oh? Your point being?
You're an asshole. I'm sorry.
Cut the act. You're perfectly...
Correction. There may.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard clearly, though. It bears cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the...
Correction. There...
Researchers just clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
I remember now.
That's enough clearly, though. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
I remember now. Back then,
That's enough cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
I remember now.
That's enough cut the act. You're perfectly aware.
I remember now.
Okay, so we need to go back in the
Clearly,
conversation.
It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint. Don't know the location. Isn't...
She did say that. But then what?
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when he was investigating the disappearances.
Yep.
The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
That they did.
But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases are linked.
Yep. And she shoots and she
These
scores.
two incidents were caused by the same person. And the suspicion put on...
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go.
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast.
Oh.
News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give
Holy
no thought
Lord,
to the
what is this?
masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Okay then.
This is...
A declaration of war. And an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains. And the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit. It almost seems like this space station is more suited for the path of destruction than erudition.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items. Ifrit, is particularly evil and cruel.
Wow.
Even among
Okay,
its
we.
kin.
This is a complete unintentional stumble upon lore.
Even
Just
the
saying.
arch-enemy of the Japella Brotherhood, despite both groups belonging to the Annihilation Gang.
Japella Brotherhood. I heard.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power. Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, that video will soon circulate.
the destruction of...
I'm afraid more than you need to start acting now if you want to survive. You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do...
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue quickly.
Yes, Madam Asta.